녹화 진행하고요. 떠나간 우크라이나인들을 기리면서 와, 처음으로 셜록홈즈 하는데 좀 걱정되네. 파트 4. 지금 총소리가 셜록홈즈 같죠? 일로 이동하고 이쪽으로 이동하고 이쪽으로
Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet please. I'm trying to concentrate.
아홉 번째 계단을 밟지 않은 레스트레이드의 경감.
Lestrade. What is it this time?
레스트레이드의
You can see
경감.
me? Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been
블랙
murdered.
피터가 불리는 피터 캐리가 살해당했다.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He
50세라.
invested his money in a property called Woodman's Leap
서섹스주.
near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, where he was
산직의
found
별장을
dead
사들였다.
yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious
Yes
that I would
and no.
prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
혼자 가겠다고? 사리 탐정이 저래도 되나? 조사하기. 하씨. 증거. 별명을 가지고 있다. 현재 50살이다. 오케이. 피터 캐리 살인 사건을 조사하십시오. 살인 전장을 조사하십시오. 옷장에서 옷 정장을 꺼내 입고 별장에서 레이트 경과 맡으십시오. 옷장에서 옷을 갈아입으라.
My art.
흠흠.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
오케이. 여기 통장은 모자를 써야지. 이거 괜찮대. 이거 그런 이런 내가 원하던 거, 내가 원하던 거야. 오케이. 오케이. 검은색 정장, 갈색 정장, 녹색 정장. 이런 게 낫겠다. 오케이. 변장한 사항이니 현재는 착용한 복장이 현재는 사용할 수 없으므로 기본값을 복구합니다. 아 뭐야? 아 못해? 아이씨 전화. 오케이 살인 현장으로 갑시다. 산지개 별장. 와 이거 대사 목록까지 다 나오네. 시스템이 나쁘진 않네요. 살인
Mr.
현장인가?
Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes? It seems that the garden was well maintained.
정원이 깔끔하게 손질되어 있어. 이런 게 증거야? 여기 다 둘러봐야 돼?
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
오솔길. 발자국.
It seems
달리긴 없나?
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
my condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
그날 밤 수상한 행적.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it.
새벽 2시에
He
비명이
would scream all
들렸다.
the time when he was drunk.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before
흥분한 일이
passing out.
생기면 골아 떨어질 때까지 술을 마신다.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock,
새벽 2시에 술을
I
마셔서
noticed the cabin
7시에
door was open,
7시쯤에
but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to
10시.
glance in through the door and... Oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
이거 다 읽어야 되는 건가?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
The garden
친구도
is
별로
very
없다.
large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
이거 뭐야? 천주교. 세장.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
이거 어쩌라는 거지? 성지순례. 플리머스에 어떻게 알았을까? 양력?
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband. Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
또 조사할 게 있나?
Mr. Holmes?
어쩌라고. 하하. 뒤쪽에 길이 있나? 이렇게 못 가지?
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Peter Carey's body is inside.
The
자,
door
시체는
is
뭐가
locked.
있을까?
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
응.
Peter Carey's body is...
These scratches are fresh.
아, 이렇게 하는 거구나.
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
적당한 도구. 근데 결국에 못 열었다는 건가?
What
징그러워.
a terrible way to die. The tool.
이빨. 수상한 빈 공간. 먼지에 남는 것.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was
오, 이런 거야?
Peter Carey's boots. Old
왜, 뭐야, 뭔데?
navigation.
특별한 건 없는 것 같고.
Harpoons for hunting whales.
담배 주머니. 물체를 움직여서
The initials.
열고. 오,
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must.
뭐지?